Alright people, Power Trigger Trade, Sandro here. Let's go check out a new detailed money-making plan.
Alright people, got a plan here for Tesla. It's a little different than usual again because we're at key pivot points. So let's talk about this plan. So Tesla set up to test higher or lower targets. For the lower targets, 329 to 320 to even 315. But first things first, these are possible targets. I'm just saying, just possible, okay? The lowest end being here, okay? And of course on confirmation. On the upper side though, it's not as much, but we can still go to 365 to 370. I will explain a lot of key info inside the video. That's right, people. So there's going to be key pivot points. So to the downside, we're going to talk about the downside first, then the upside, and then the options. All right, now, so for lower prices, Tesla needs to break below 345 on some good action volume. And good action volume is 600K on a 10-minute chart. Now, if the volume is less than that, again, people, talk in the video, we're going to watch for basically below 345, look for power through 344 to even 343. And the way we move, I might have to make adjustments, but right now as it stands, the way I see it, if we don't get the volume, we're going to watch for the basic. Now, also, this number here is a pivotal point, okay? So how we stay below that and go above that, so if they get below this and they get above that, you know, that's an issue. If we stay below this level as we crack this 345, let's say we don't get the volume, and then we get some basing, at least below here, okay? Then we're set up to go and test the 329 area, which is this pivot here actually, 329.60 to be exact, right? Now, how we act there could be a place of, you know, you don't want to be in this anymore. But if they crack through this level, the 329 level, pretty, you know, decently, and again, we'll have to see what happens, then the 320 to 315 comes in. Now, that's for that, all right, people? So make sure you pay attention to the video. All right, so for higher Tesla, though, we need to break above 356 on some good action volume. This needs volume. This is minimum 600K on a 10-minute chart. Now, if we don't get the volume through 356, then we'll have to watch for basing above 356 and look for power through 357 to 358. It's a little bit lower than on Friday, the beautiful thing, but it's still a lot. You know, this pullback, here's the thing about this, people. It pulled back in a decision zone. I mean, we're in a chop zone of, we'll say, between 356, okay, and the 345, and of course we're at the low end. This is a defensive line though, by the way. The 345.40, okay, 345.40, 345 is a defensive zone, meaning that, you know, they might want to bounce that area and then build, and then of course we break out higher. Again, this really depends on Apple, my Goldman Sachs trade. You got to check out all the plans, people, because you know, if we do get the strength though, if there's one thing you can take from this week, this stock was very strong this week while the market wasn't that strong, right? So this stock has some merit here, okay? I don't know why it's acting stronger, but of course it'll be affected by weakness in the market now, and that's what this signals. It's at that pivotal point, and we need, you know what we need, people? It's as simple as confirmation, and that's why we have a detailed plan to prepare for the market, because the market is changing. What it did on Friday, it gave new signals that weren't present on Thursday. The market is constantly changing, okay? And we need to adapt to the market. So if the market wants to go lower, we're prepared for the lower prices. If the market wants to go higher, we're prepared for the higher prices. All right, people, so here we are at the Yahoo Finance, and Tesla closed at 348.05, down 488 on Friday, okay? I mean, not only could it not confirm, we went actually lower than I anticipated, and that's where the picture changed. Now, here's the September 1, 2000 calls, okay? So as on confirmation, the beautiful thing about this is we're getting better prices. Now, of course, these cost 320. Okay, right now as it stands. Okay, now of course our confirmation is going to cost more, and then we've got the. You can see that the 355s or 360s are trading well, and right now they're at 172. All right. Of course, on confirmation, they could be around $3. I mean, that's if it can confirm. So these are the two I would look to go long if we get the right signals. Okay. Now, don't forget, we might not get anything. We might be stuck in chop, by the way. Chop meaning that we don't go anywhere. We don't go higher. We don't go lower. We stay in chop, and that's another disaster for options. So you don't want to be in chop. We need directional move. And we could get that. But don't go kid yourself that the market could pull back. It may, and again, it may not. This is up to the market. This is not up to me, right? Well, what we need to do is listen to the master, the master market, the boss. Where do they want to take it? And then we get the money, right? That's how it works, people. So now on the put side here, we talked about. All right, so on the put side, you can see that these of course will be this will be a little bit more expensive. These are, you can see, so they're costing more. The 345s, 460, 470, but there's a good tight spread. It looks like. I mean, they're trading pretty good. A lot more interest a lot more trading happened because I mean the open interest was no big deal. You can see on the put side there really isn't as much. And again, being that that's the case, sometimes that's a good sign. So if they want to confirm to the downside, the payout is easier to pay out to the put side than it is to the call side, right? I mean that's just the way to think of it. Another way to think of it. There is a disparity. There's a lot more buying in the call side, and you can see there was better trading in the call side. And then of course there's the 340 puts. Okay. And again, there's not the greatest trading in here. And again, that doesn't really matter. But they trade. I mean, there's not a lot of volume, but they trade. The spreads are good. In other words, they trade well, and they could pick up. And that'll be another sign by how much they pick up, considering that there wasn't that much trading in them. They have 984 contracts, 1,020 contracts for these put options. All right, people. Welcome to Power Target Trades, the place where I post a lot of great detailed plans. This created playlist is a powerful thing. Don't forget, if you haven't subscribed, you want to subscribe. There's going to be a picture of me. It's going to appear here in a circle format. And I'll explain that in the video as well. But the key, people, is confirmation. This banner is a wealth of subscribing. By the way, you want to also be following me on Power Trick or Trade on StockTwits or on Twitter. But you also, if you're serious about making money in the markets, you also want to subscribe to this YouTube channel for future things that are going to be done here. Right? So you want to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Open up a YouTube account.
All right, people. Now that we just finished seeing and hearing the new detailed plan, you're going to see a picture of me in circle format. It'll be like in a circle format. You see a picture of me. Simply click on it. It's going to give you. Don't forget to subscribe. Check out my creative playlist. Don't forget to like the video.